it's 5 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get started. So first, I want to introduce, I'm Gina De Leon. I'm branch manager here in Southern California. But this cooking class, I'm not the chef today. I'm just kind of hosting and hanging out. The chefs today are Taina Frankie, who is a team leader in our LA area, and also Roslaine, who is a team builder, trying to qualify hopefully soon as a team leader also in the LA area. So I'm thrilled to have these two ladies for chefs today. And also I want to share that Taina, was it yesterday, Taina, that you were also a guest chef for Thermomix in Australia, I believe, right?
Yeah, I was broadcasted, recorded live in Australia. Live. Yes, representing Germany among 22 other nations. So like a international Thermomix cooking feast.
Yes, and I loved your outfit and your dancing at the beginning. So
I had fun.
Really fun to see. Okay, so let's, without further ado, again, welcome. And today's menu is going to be cucumber Margarita, correct? And it's also going to be a shrimp pasta salad with cilantro pesto sauce, which Roslaine is going to show us. And then also, of course, you know, brunch, Mother's Day brunch would not be Mother's Day without a dessert, something sweet,
cake.
Right? And so the crumble. And we thought it'd be fun, since we're going to be doing these monthly cooking classes, that because today is Cinco de Mayo, of course we have to have the margarita, right? But that's going to be, we're going to start first with the main dish, and then we're going to go to the margarita. So if you all hopefully maybe brought your ingredients to cook along with Taina in just a little bit for the cucumber margarita, but this is really a great Mother's Day brunch. And so I hope you all enjoy it. And without further ado, Roslaine, we're over to you.
Yes. Hello, welcome everybody here. I hope that if you don't know about Thermomix, please, you are losing a lot of things, because it is my best friend, is my sous chef, is everything. We will start now. You can find the recipe here on the Thermomix, because we have the Cookidoo platform that you can find here. You can have in your iPhone, in your iPad, in your computer. And you just, when you find in one of them, you have all the appliances, the Thermomix, the iPhone, and your iPad. You can
Roslaine,
find the recipe.
Are you able to bring something closer to you? Because I hear you not. Yes.
Yes, it's better like this?
Much better.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay, here we have shrimp pasta salad with cilantro pesto, and we just need to start cooking. And let's go. We will add here 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese. I just cut in pieces like this, and we add, I forgot to tar here, but I measured before. And we go next. We wait 0. And now 2 ounces of pine nuts. Will be good, huh? And now we go next. Always the Thermomix, I think that she had the lid done in this position, and ask you insert measuring cup. And you just go there and you click next. And here is telling you turn speed selector to speed 7. And we just go and 3 seconds. And we need to wait a little bit to open the arms. And now it's asking 2 ounces of cilantro. We go to 0 here to tar again. And it's asking leaves and tender stems. And we put here steps of 1.2. Okay, 1.8. And we go next. The red onion and garlic, we add here. I put white onion because for me, the taste of red onion is, I didn't like it, but and you can change this onion, okay? And you just go next. The cloves, the garlic cloves was inside too. And now we have, sorry, 1 1/4 of salt, teaspoon of salt. And I love the Thermomix because you never make mistakes. You just follow step by step and then it's perfect. Here you add 5 ounces of olive oil.
Roslaine, have you ever made this recipe or is it the first time that you're cooking it?
I can tell you that is my first time.
Good.
But it comes from a very well, it's from our collection of hearty salads. And I know that our team in San Diego, many of them cooked this recipe and they were just raving about it.
Yeah.
Which is why I suggested we cook this today, because it looked good.
Oh, yes. 2 ounces of lemon juice. Can you imagine the flavor? And then now is just, you said it, measuring cup. We go next. And for 20 seconds, we go to speed 6.
And I don't think I've ever been disappointed when I cooked a recipe for the first time. And that's why I'm even so comfortable to do a first time recipe in a live cooking session, because I trust the process.
Yes. And I mean, I think the only thing I would say, and that really is, we really must keep in mind that they're guided recipes.
Yes.
Which means, so if you're not, you know, and Taina and I, we always talk about this, we related to this, we're dyslexic, right? Cook dyslexics, and we've gone from 0 to hero. Oh, beautiful.
Can you imagine the flavor? Look.
Yum.
And the smell of the lemon is so good. Now it's asking just to transfer to a bowl and set aside.
I love that color. It's a beautiful color.
Yeah, it's nice. I love it.
Yeah, once you start cooking with Thermomix, then you know also like, oh, I would put a little more salt than what the recipe says. Or I will add a little chili flakes, and you kind of add your own flavor. But yeah.
It's one thing that for me is very important, like this recipe asks red bell pepper. And my husband, he hates bell pepper. And I told him, okay, no problem. We can prepare without bell pepper and it will be the same. Because the flavor is really good.
Or tomatoes instead of the pepper.
Yeah. Now we put.
I think that's the great thing. Like right now, I love the way that you shared that, Roslaine, because basically you're already making dinner. Yes, you are here cooking for us and showing us a new recipe. But once you're done, 6 o'clock, you'll have a recipe all set up, ready to serve to your family. So
yeah. And now he's asking 40 ounces of water. And
it looks like the perfect carafe for margaritas.
Oh yes, carafe. Can you imagine to be full of margarita?
Oh, yum, yum.
Now he's asking me to put varoma here. Let me just put my pesto this side. Sorry. And I can show you here the varoma. And now we have the shrimp and the asparagus.
Yum.
And is asking me to put here the shrimp. 32 ounces, large shrimp. Can you imagine the flavor?
The camera again, Roslaine?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Thank
it's
you.
Good at you. Yeah. I'm so excited here with my.
Well, shrimp and asparagus, I mean, those are two of my favorite ingredients in anything.
Yeah. Let me show. I have the shrimp here. Always try to keep a little open in the middle because the vapor needs to come out. And now I will put the tray. That is the next step. It's asking me to add 4 spoons of cilantro and mix with the shrimp. And I will show you later. to add flavor of the shrimp.
And just to give a quick idea in regards to leaving a hole, just take a little cookie form and put it in the middle, because that will act basically like a chimney.
Yeah, and then I think we're not, and I think it's important for all of our customers here. What Roslaine and Taina are talking about is, because we've had customers actually coming back just saying the salmon didn't cook, or I used the varoma and it didn't cook. So remember that all the steam, we're using all the steam that's going to be cooking in the bowl. We want to make sure that it comes up. So we're talking, what Taina and Roslaine are talking about is, make sure you leave some open spaces, those slots at the bottom of your varoma. Make sure you leave some open.
Let me try to show you.
Comes up and cooks
Look
everything.
This.
Ooh.
We have here
the shrimp
and the shrimp.
And I love this recipe because this is 4-level cooking.
Yes. And now we just go next. I already put the varoma tray with the asparagus there. And we put the varoma lid. And now we'll cook for 15 minutes.
15?
Okay. 15, yes. Like we talked before, this recipe, if you follow here, asks you to cook for 15 minutes. And after you check if the shrimp is cooked, and you cook 2 or 5 more minutes. And after you cook the pasta. But I will cook all at the same time. It means I will keep, if the total will be 20 minutes and I need 9 minutes for the pasta, here I will change here for 11 minutes. And when finished, I just add 9 more minutes, the same temperature that is varoma, because we need the steam to cook everything. And I cook the pasta inside. Okay. And now we go select just the speed one. So let me put 11 minutes here.
So you're starting half the time first.
Yes.
To start cooking the shrimp and the asparagus, half of the time. And then you will add the pasta and cook the other rest of the time.
Because we don't want to keep you here too long and you cook all at the same time. But if you follow the Thermomix, you cook first the shrimp with the asparagus and after you cook the pasta. And when finish this one, I will have everything work. Okay, and now let's go for the
Margarita.
For the
Margarita or dessert?
The margarita is last. We'll do the crumble first.
Crumble.
Oh, yes.
Because
Taina, you're making us suffer.
Yes, but my dear neighbor who lost her husband, I serve her treats. Whenever I have a cooking Zoom party here, she gets the leftovers. And so I already announced myself that I would bring over a cucumber margarita, which she's looking forward to. So I want to make it last so that it's still fresh when I bring it over to her. Plus I can cook the crumble in the meantime. But the crumble, you'll see, I feel it's one of the easiest and fastest and most delicious desserts you can make. I mean, you have never seen a cake made faster than the crumble. Here we go. The Blackberry Crumble, of course, you can use any berries, but I do feel that the blackberry just has the nicest bite and tartness. But if you don't find the blackberries, you can use other berries, strawberries, blueberries. And we will start cooking. It is in ounces, so it is a US recipe. You're about to start a new recipe. Yes, so thank you, Thermomix, for thinking for me, because I was in another recipe before, which I want to quit. Preheat oven to 375, and that has been the beeping. So I've already preheated the oven. I turned it off, otherwise it would just be beep, 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 beep. Place a bowl onto the mixing bowl, and I have already done that. So you put the bowl on top. And into the bowl, you weigh the blackberries. Into the blackberries, you weigh 1 ounce of sugar. And into the blackberries, you weigh 1/2 ounce of all-purpose flour. And after that, you just stir to coat everything evenly with the sugar and flour mixture. One thing that I have to say is get a bigger bowl. I had to chase my blackberries because they kept on jumping out. So that would just be my one tip. Otherwise, it works beautifully. And that is actually the first part of our crumble, already done. Takes 2 minutes. Next, we will add some brown sugar. I'm tarring the scale. This is the brown sugar. And I use a little less. I have to say, especially with American recipes, I usually do a little less sugar. You can, of course, do the recipe maybe the first time with 100% sugar, and then you can see if it's too sweet for you. So you can always go less sweet in a recipe. Interestingly, the German recipes, I am German, as you can tell, are spot on with the sugar. I decreased the sugar amount in a German restaurant recipe, and my kids were like, oh, could use a little sugar. But that's my experience. Step number 2 is all-purpose flour, 6 ounces. Step number 3 is the best part. Butter, cold and cubed.
You just take from the fridge and it is like this, cold.
Yeah, I cut it and then I put it in the fridge to keep cool. And only 2 more ingredients. First ingredient, give it some flavor, is the cinnamon. And of course, in every cake recipe, you need a pinch of salt. Insert measuring cup into mixing bowl lid. For 10 seconds, speed 6.
It's so easy to cook with Thermomix. We cannot see you, Taina.
We lost you. Taina.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a mouse for my iPad, and whenever I move it, it cuts me out.
So I have to say, Taina, how long have you been with Thermomix now?
5 years, almost.
5 years.
5 years.
And I can say, my gosh, you've come a long way from when I remember how you used to say, oh, I just don't know how to cook. And, you know, that's why I love Thermomix. And it's really great to see how you've grown and, you know, just become so comfortable. Even your comment right now is like, you know, in all our baking recipes, you know, they have salt.
Yeah, and you know, I took a little trip time out with some girlfriends of mine in the desert, and looked at the restaurant menu. I'm like, holy moly, that's an expensive restaurant. That's the only one on site. And I said, I can take the Thermomix. They're like, oh, would you? I'm like, yes, I'll be happy to. And so for 3 breakfasts, we had fresh oatmeal. I brought some berries. I brought some nuts. We had some brown sugar. And then I made the Asian style rice. I made a soup. I made the couscous salad, all in our hotel room. We sat out on the balcony, and my girlfriends, they were so grateful. And I said to them, you know, I love doing it because I have not been able to do it for 40 plus years. For 40 plus years, I was not able to feed anybody, really. And now that I am, I want to use every day. Yes, it's a pleasure. And we save so much money. So that's why I love doing it.
That's the main thing. You do save so much money. And I think
so much money.
That's where sometimes we don't realize it. Because I remember when I first got my Thermomix over, 7 years ago, I didn't realize how much it was saving me until I actually started noticing my grocery bill. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm spending less and less money on my grocery bill, which was really great, and eating better than I was before. Because like you, Taina, I was feeding people, but it was very boring. Everything was sauteed. it was either meat, fish, or something, chicken sauteed,
A lot of oil, no?
steamed vegetables, and a rice or a pasta to go. I mean, that was literally the extensive of, you know, of my cooking. So yeah, it's, I think for those of us that don't know how to cook, really, we fall in love with it. And for the chefs out there, that we have many of them that have cooking, the Thermomix, they love it because it allows them to be even more creative. We have some things here on the chat. So, so Christina was talking about, do the berries have to be fresh or could they be thawed?
I think they could be thawed. I mean, they're getting baked in the oven. So I thought it was a great recipe to use frozen berries. Sorry, my doggy in the background.
Yes. Christina is saying, yes, Thermomix, it pays by itself.
Yes.
You just keep saving
And very fast.
Better health since it's from scratch. I'm not quite sure what she meant by the apple. I don't know if you meant to say you could do an apple crumble, Christina. Didn't quite get that.
That's a good idea. I never tried that, but knowing how nice the blackberries are because of the tartness, I would suggest when doing the apple, maybe to cut the sugar a little because the apple is very sweet. Mm-hmm. So this is just the first step, is just all of the berries. And the iron skillet is something I just recently purchased, and it was about $20. It just looks so pretty when you present it. And it was made, the recipe was made for an iron skillet. However, I've done it in a beautiful heart-shaped bake form, and that came out beautifully as well. And all I have to do is evenly sprinkle the crumble on the mixture. Let me see if you can see that.
Yep, we can see it.
And it is just so basic. It's no eggs. So this is really a vegan dessert. Let me switch hands.
And can you, when you finish doing that, I'd love for you to share that ergonomic, our handle, you know, and really what the plus is on you holding it the way you are right now, as opposed to holding it a little bit higher, which is usually when we pull it off the.
So whenever you have something heavy in the Thermomix, it is recommended to use the lower portion of the handle, because then you will be easily able to pour, whereas this would be a little bit more cumbersome. So I love using it like this to be able to empty the bowl easily. So I'm using my fingers too.
Ooh, I love getting my fingers in the food.
Oh.
So we actually
like kids know to play.
Yeah, I know you do want to play, especially the crumble. Carla is actually the very first time she's looking at Thermomix right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, welcome.
Yes. So she's saying, you know, looks like you had everything pre-measured, Taina. You know, can the Thermomix measure for you?
Well, the Thermomix measured the ingredients for me before this event started. It's just to speed things up and for you not to watch us do 1 ounce, 1.5. But the scale, which you can also turn on while you're cooking, is able to measure any ingredient that you put into the bowl. It can be set to gram, can be set to ounces. You can weigh your mayo on the very top. Ooh.
And the other thing too is you can tare also. What that means is, especially for baking. So when you're baking, you can usually, well, not usually, always when you're baking, you have to have really exact amounts to make any bread or cake. Otherwise it won't, especially breads, otherwise it won't come out. So the great thing about the Thermomix is you select a recipe and it'll tell you so many grams or so many ounces of, let's say, sugar. Okay, so you put in the sugar, and then you just press next, and it'll say, okay, now 300 grams of flour. Okay, the great thing is you don't have to take the sugar out of the bowl. you just tear it right there on the screen, and you add your 300 grams of flour. Tearing means that you bring back your scale, your Thermomix scale, back to 0, even though you already have ingredients in the bowl. Okay, so now what are we up to?
So
The
now
oven.
I'm just the oven, right? Wanted to show you the before, and we may not have time to show you the after, but I'll add a picture at the end of this video of the final result.
Perfect. How long does it have to be in the oven?
30 minutes at
Okay.
375 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't know what that is in Celsius, oh no, we're in the US, but this Siri or Google Home is a great assistant, like ding. Just when you cook a European or an Australian recipe, it says 200 degrees Celsius. You can just ask, hey Siri, what's 200 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? And it usually tells you. Great. So wasn't that super easy?
Yeah.
Super easy.
And I just got my hands dirty because I wanted to get into the crumble. You can do that all with a spatula, so your hands don't even have to get dirty. But this is just so fast and so easy. And you serve it with some vanilla ice cream or maybe some whipped cream.
Yeah,
And
so good.
it's amazing warm. So don't let it cool off all the way. So love that dessert, really great.
So Christina
And
did
now-
us a favor and answered that it's 190 Celsius, the 375 Fahrenheit.
Thank you. Yes,
Just-
my oven is here, so it listens to Fahrenheit.
Okay, just 6 more seconds, and we will add the pasta inside the water here, and you like now. And remember that I stopped before. Now I just need to add 9 more minutes for the pasta. And
So
always,
make sure.
yes,
Go ahead.
yes, always open like this, because you don't want to have the vapor in your face.
No
It's not
shrimp
done.
facial.
Yes, it's not done yet because it's missing 9 more minutes, and you can see here. But because I add now, and you don't need to open, you just put the pasta through the hole here.
And you can
Are you
tell
still-
already who are the pros and very used to and comfortable cooking with the Thermomix, because that's when you start knowing, oh, I'll just add the pasta here. I won't wait till the end. And that way I'll
Yeah.
cook it all together. And I don't have to take the lid off. And so all of these things, you will all become familiar with it the more you cook with your Thermomix. It's very
Let
easy.
me just move a little bit the shrimp.
And I feel, especially when I'm cooking with the Varoma, I always think of what else could I be steaming at the same time. Some recipes have some openings, like the chicken pizzaiola, always still a great recipe. It's just the chicken and the sauce, but you can add potatoes in the simmering basket. You can add veggies in the tray. So don't waste any steam. Pack it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now let's go 9 more minutes, the same speed that I had before and the same temperature. Just go. Let me come back.
Okay. And now, does that mean we're going for the margaritas?
Yes, you want the margarita, right? Yes, you can go
Yes.
the margarita while I go here.
Yes. So folks, if you have never made the basic margarita, it is a classic. I've had just raving fans here at my house, and they come through the door and ask me, when will the margarita be ready? So they're kind of expecting me to whip up a margarita whenever they come through the door, and they really feel like they're in a restaurant. Doesn't really compare to any of the mixes or any that really that you can do at home. I have also done side-by-side margarita competitions with other blenders. no comparison. So the smoothness was just superior with the Thermomix. And for today, I thought, why not try something new? And since we have Mother's Day and we have Cinco de Mayo, mothers love cucumbers on their faces and on salads. And Cinco de Mayo, of course, margarita. So let's marry the two, and boom, there's a recipe on Cookidoo. There's many other margaritas on there, mango, strawberry, and I bet you can make up a few of your own.
You know what? Actually, you made me think of something right now. So for everyone that's watching right now, here's the challenge. Please share a picture of you with your cucumber margarita in one hand and outside or somewhere.
Yeah, with the cucumbers
on your side. Have someone take a snapshot of you and please share it on our Facebook group, because I just love that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about ultimate relaxation.
I love it.
Yes.
So for anybody who has not really seen a Thermomix in action, the 3 recipes that we're doing today, I added to my weekly planner, and I've done so on my phone. Yet when I'm here on the Thermomix, it has all of the recipes nicely displayed. So, and here's my tip for Mother's Day, all of you Thermomix owners out there, create your weekly plan, add the dishes that you would like your husbands and your children to cook for you on Sunday. Add them to the weekly plan, add it to the shopping list, and send your husband all of the ingredients he needs to prepare an amazing brunch, lunch, dinner, drink. But this is your opportunity. And I do that with my husband every year. And most of the time he's bickering in the process. And in the end, he is so proud of himself and he's so amazed at what he has created. So I highly recommend that. It's my one opportunity to force him to use the Thermomix.
And remember to do the face like, wow, I was not expecting this today. It's a surprise.
Absolutely. I mean, every year it's the same thing. And I'm like, shut up. You will be amazed in 30 minutes. And he is. So cucumber margarita, start cooking. You're about to start a new recipe, quit active recipe. Yes. The last step of the crumble is probably take out of the oven and enjoy.
Yeah.
We are starting with cucumbers, 210 grams. And that's how you can tell that it's either a UK or an Australia recipe, because it is in English and it is metric. And with Cookidoo, you can search how many countries now? Like 20 different countries.
Yeah, it's about, close to 20, definitely 19, but we might
I see new countries added, like Turkey is added now. So there's always new countries added to the mix. We're adding the cucumber, 210 grams. Next up is the tequila, and I just pre-weighed it.
Yes.
Yeah, Costco is an awesome store to go to when you have a Thermomix, because you know you will be using the margarita. Next up is orange liqueur, like triple sec or Cointreau, 60 grams.
Oh my God. Maybe I can go to your house to eat your dessert and drink your tequila.
Come on. Our
neighbor
neighbor's
Margarita.
really nice. We like during the pandemic, we did like porch parties because she lost her husband right before the pandemic. And I also cooked for her. I organized a meal train, and that was at least one way of her of connecting with the neighborhood. So again, I'm doing a little bit less sugar, 120 instead of 150. It calls for limes, but as I have a lemon tree right outside that has plenty of lemons, we're just doing the lemony version.
Something really important you just mentioned, Taina, for Carla, who's just joining us and seeing it for the first time. As again, with guided recipes. So if the recipe calls out for, in this case, 150 ounces of sugar, you don't have to put the 150 ounces. You can actually substitute it for something else altogether or put less sugar. So that's also something that's really nice.
Yes, insert measuring cup into the mixing bowl lid, 30 seconds, speed 8. It is highlighted where speed 8 is, but you can do a really fast turn and it will stop at speed 8. And I will utilize the 30 seconds to put the crumble in the oven, which is now preheated.
One detail, Gina, that I forgot, when you add the minutes of the pasta, follow the step, because if you continue at the same step, the blades can cut the pasta. And next step, you have the blades going to the opposite side.
On the reverse.
The reverse, yes.
Did everyone get that? If not, let me know on the chat. Okay, Taina.
Ready?
Mixing. How much do you have?
We always do a little dance when the Thermomix is grinding.
Especially if it's
So
a margarita.
So it's
Yes.
it's a workout equipment too. Add that to the list. That should be our new function. Maybe little videos, little workout videos whenever it's steaming.
Well, I don't know about the workout videos, but we do have great, I think we're up to 60, is it 50 or 60 videos now? Cooking
Nice.
videos from our Thermomix. I think we're up to 60 now.
That show you what to do when the Thermomix is not doing it. So this already looks nice.
There you go. I can see it. Okay.
Tearing it and adding 500-gram ice cubes.
And so again, you can make this as slushy. Usually the margarita recipes from the Thermomix are very slushy. So if you don't want it as slushy, put less ice cube.
Now, workout, Taina.
Wait.
She's putting more, she's putting more tequila.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no, I'm using this.
Oh.
Okay, workout.
Oh, good. It's like when I make risotto, you know, I usually I put less water, I put more wine. I mean, because
I do the same, exactly the
you know,
same.
it's like, come on, no. We need more wine, no more water.
And another thing that I love, the basic risotto, the Parmesan risotto, you know what I do in the end? I add some artichoke. And you can imagine how good it is. It's
what
really
I do
good.
sometimes just for color, like if I see that I have maybe some of my dishes don't have enough, I add a little bit of saffron to that same Parmesan.
Yeah.
The Parmesan basic recipe, I'll just add a little bit of saffron and it gives it that beautiful orange, bright orange color.
Yeah, one thing that I love at the Thermomix, because before Thermomix, I used to cook like in 1 week. Next week, I repeat the recipes because I didn't know what to cook more. But now with the Thermomix, you can cook everything like chicken masala and curries and Mexican food, margarita, and oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh, she's ready.
Talking about
Wow.
margarita. And the bowl is so nice and cold. You can even see like the cold running up here. So many are asking if the Thermomix is an ice cream maker. Well, it makes immediate ice cream with frozen ingredients like frozen berries, frozen banana, or you can do ice cream with milk or cream and then freeze it. So it doesn't freeze, but it makes amazing ice cream. One of the best ones is the banana nice cream, which consists out of frozen banana. And that's it. Yeah. And you can add cinnamon, you can add chocolate if you want to, but it's so sweet on its own. It's the perfect way of giving kids their vitamins while having them think that they're actually getting a treat.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God. Ooh.
Oh, that looks beautiful. And I love that glass. What a fun glass.
Fun glass. I have to try it.
Yes, of course.
And yes, and let us know.
So it's like a margarita, but fresher.
Okay.
I think that you need to try again. Try again.
Which can be dangerous because you feel like you have to drink more because it's so refreshing.
Well, the good thing is that you're at home, so you're good to go.
So wait.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's done. Take a picture.
Oh no, I need help with that.
Try and I take a picture.
No, I'll take the picture. You sit down, Roslaine.
Okay.
One, I can do one.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Good.
You get the idea. Thermomix is inside outside beauty.
That's right. So I'm putting that challenge out there for everyone else on the line. So now I'm just going to let everyone in because, we still have, how much time do we have left, Roslaine, for the shrimp?
1 minute. And I need to mix with the corn and add the pesto and it's done. And
okay, so in the meantime,
did you pay attention how many
Sandra already sent me a picture. That's so cool.
Make sure you share it on Thermomix SoCal. Yay!
Yeah.
Which Sandra? Your Sandra or Sandra Sands?
Sandra Sands. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
one thing that I love Gina because we are here talking and I just add the ingredients and she's working. I'm doing nothing. Just enjoying with you, talking and having fun.
Exactly.
It's not the best.
And especially, I think, for moms, and we're going to talk about moms because Mother's Day is coming. And I think, I know you have grown children, but Taina, how old are your boys?
Now they're almost 13 and 15.
Okay.
And they're using the Thermomix, like my youngest. When it's Saturday, he comes into the kitchen, he goes straight to the Thermomix and he makes the most amazing pancakes from scratch.
Oh, this is good.
That's great.
Okay.
And we keep some of the dough in one of those dispensers, put it in the fridge, and then we usually have pancakes on Sunday too.
Wow, that's a great idea. Thank you for sharing that tip.
Yeah. Now it's asking me, carefully remove aroma lid.
Okay.
And lid shrimp with a spatula. I can use the lid to put like this. And it's safe, okay? And I can show you.
It's actually very important to do that because obviously we talked about the slots at the bottom for the steam. So you want to make sure that first, yes, you take the lid off away from your face so you don't get that hot steam on you. And right away put it at the bottom of the aroma so you're not getting anything wet on the counter.
Look, the shrimp.
Ooh, that looks good.
It's not good. And now I don't know what to do. I go next and told me secure aroma lid and now speed selector, speed 1, 2 more minutes. But because I put a little more time, I think that is not necessary to do this one. And I just jump and I remove. I will transfer the shrimp here.
Roslaine, maybe we should meet up in the middle somewhere where you bring the
yes.
I bring the
I think that is a good idea. Very good idea.
So, and another thing that we didn't talk about, well, I'll show it right now. As soon as Roslaine finishes, I'll go very quick on to see the Cookidoo.
And now I use the same, I use the same varoma here to dry the pasta, okay? Let me just put here in the middle. And I keep this here, or I can keep here. Let me just drain the pasta. Wow, the pasta is looking so good. The problem is, I'm happy that my daughter is coming for dinner because I can't eat all this. Look.
Oh, wow.
No?
Well, you can also, if you don't use it with this dish, you can always save half of it and do another dish tomorrow with that same pasta.
Yes.
A different. Yes, the aroma is
Thermomix is
and this
so
is the thing.
good.
So here's this great recipe that Roslaine just made. She used up, you know, the 4 levels, but like Christina just said, there's like a multi-purpose for everything. So she's not dirtying up another colander. She's using the aroma as a colander now. So when you're done, you have less dishes. Oh, wow.
Look,
That's a lot.
I think that, yes, it's a lot of pasta. And maybe I need another one. You can keep
because
talking.
you need to add you still need to
Yes.
add
I need to add the corn and the asparagus. Let me put on this one that is bigger.
And you know, that's also something very important on the recipes and I'll show you in just a little bit. Well, actually, while you're preparing that, while you're finishing that up, Roslaine, I'm going to go into the Cookidoo, and then you can show us that, because right now you're just going to mix everything in.
Thank you.
So Sandra is asking, hi, Sandra, great class. Natalia, hi, Natalia. Sandra's asking, is that bowl from Thermomix? The oval, you mean the oval serving bowl? Yes. That is actually an incentive that we had at one point in time for our consultants. And so we actually get to have those incentives, and our consultants get to earn many different rewards.
And we have the lid.
And the lid. So that's the oval one. Of course, we have the round one also, which our consultants can earn. Our new consultants are able to earn within 4 months of being, I can't remember, 3 or 4 months of becoming a consultant. Just a lot of the many perks that we have as consultants as rewards. So the other thing I wanted to share with you in the meantime, and she's adding corn now as well.
Yeah.
Is that part of the recipe as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I just follow here, stir through with spatula and combine here. Say add 1 can of sweet
so
sauce.
now I'm going to share, while you finish that, I'm going to share my screen. Yes.
Taina can come because I have a lot of food here.
Okay. So I'm going to let you finish that, and then I'm going to just share my screen. Does everyone see the screen, the Cookidoo? So I know we have a couple of customers who have never seen the Thermomix. So just for them, we're going to go and review this very quickly. So you've all been hearing about the Cookidoo and the recipes and how Taina and Roslaine have been following it step by step by just going next, right? It just tells them 30 grams of this, they weigh it, they go next, and they go 50 grams of that, they put that in there next, and then it chops, it sautés, and all of that. But this right here is the Cookidoo. It's the heart of the Thermomix, and it's the world's largest digital cookbook worldwide. This currently we have between all of our different countries, I believe we have close to 200,000 recipes. But I'm going to share with you just how so you can put on here, for example, and I have, if I'm looking for a particular recipe, or let's just say, what would we like to make? Oh, ceviche. Okay, I love ceviche. Now that we're talking about shrimp, so I can put in here ceviche, and you can see that it brings me all the different types of ceviches. There's different recipes, as you can see right here. Now, the great thing about this is you can see here my filters. Now I filtered this. I have the US, Australia, Mexico, Spain, Malaysia, Singapore, and I've asked for all the recipes only to come up with if they're in English and Spanish. So I have 25 results of ceviche recipes. Now, what you can also do, but you can really make these filters your own. You can do this Cookidoo if you're a vegan person, or you can just also make this. I just want to see appetizers, soups, main dish, so you can select that. Also, one of the great things I love about here is the ingredients. So for example, let's just say you have leftovers and all of a sudden you go, okay, I have 1 cucumber in my fridge. What am I going to do with that cucumber? Well,
Margarita.
Margarita, exactly. When you actually put the cucumber in here, it will also bring you, and it's showing me one result, and it'll give me different results, sorry, because I have the ceviche on here. filters. Let me go back to filters. Okay, so then you have your filters, your ingredients, your tags. How difficult of a recipe do you want to make? Do you want to make an easy, a medium, advanced? How much time do you have to prepare the recipe? Portions. Now, even though it says 8 portions, trust me, there's some of them that actually are 12, not 8. And I think this salad is probably one of them. I don't know how many portions it said, but your recipes will also show you how many portions it's for. You can also say, well, I just want to see 5-star recipes. So you go in here and you pick on the 5 stars. These are rated by both our customers and consultants. And as I mentioned here, you also can select which Thermomix, which of course, right now we're looking at our TM6. And again, these are the different countries, and you can just go in here and you can see all the different countries that are available. I'm not showing all of them right now because I selected just English and Spanish. So it's only showing me the countries that have both English and Spanish recipes. And so this is a great thing. So now what Taina was mentioning not too long ago is I can make my own collection. So if I go, for example, I made the collection for today for the Cinco de Mayo Mother's Day collection. And here are the 3 recipes, which is where I have been sharing from here, onto the chat. But if you can see here, you can also add to a shopping list. So I can either remove it or add to my shopping list, or hey, I'm going to also do my weekly menu. So when you go shopping, you're only going to shop for the ingredients that you need. You're already saving right there and then. So for example, if I want to add it to my week, it's like, okay, I'm going to have this cucumber margarita for Saturday. Well, maybe actually Friday as well, maybe Thursday. But you can go ahead and save it, and then you can go into your calendar on the screen of your Thermomix, and you will have that recipe for that day. As I mentioned, you can also add it on your shopping list. So if I decide to add to my shopping list, it's been added to my shopping list, and then I can very quickly go to my week, and here's the shopping list, right? There's my Blackberry Crumble. You can see the things that I've been making. I've been doing a lot of smoothies because it's been hot here in Southern California. And so it shows me all the ingredients, okay? And then I can actually say, look at them like, okay, well, I actually already have brown sugar. I have almond milk at home already. I have flour. So once you go through this list, you can also just share the list. Either, like Taina was mentioning, make a list of what you would like for Mother's Day, send it over to your hubby and say, hubby, kids, this is the brunch that I would like for you to prepare, make it a surprise and share the ingredients with them. But you can also order your ingredients, and you just put in your zip code. And as soon as you put in your zip code, it tells you what are the different supermarkets you have available, including Instacart, to be able to order and have your ingredients shipped directly to your front door. And that's just some of the things. There's just so many things, and there's no way to cover them all here. There's some chat questions here. Let me see. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Yes, so let me just see the different questions. Sandra said, I like Pinterest, but for food. And Christina is you can use Google Translate or Apple Chrome to cook recipes. So yes, so for example, let's just say, let me go to my filters here. Let me go to Explore again. And I'm going to go search. So it takes me to my filters. If I go into filters and let's just say, the other thing I wanted to show you is collections. You can also look by collections. So here are the different collections. Our brand new collection, one of them is Vintage Modern Mom. You can see my collections from Spain, from Mexico. Right now, we also have Rock Stars Incentive. So all of these baking dishes in here, our consultants are currently earning them. So it's a really great way. But if let's just say I go into here and I want to add, I'm just going to go all the way down. Oops, sorry. My mouse is a little. Okay, so, I want to update the default filter. Okay. So again, I put in here my cooking preferences. So you can set up your own private profile and say, okay, this is what I really wanted. This is my filter preferences, and you can just add on there. So for example, if I want to update my filter, I can just take off the language issues and then save, which means that now if I go into my filters, it'll give me all of the countries that we talked about previously. Oh, it's not going through directly, but okay, let's see. So now it's going to show me all the countries and regions because I took away, these are all of the different countries that we have available because I took away the language. Okay, but if I wanted to, for example, if I go back on the top and search for a recipe in Mexico, and I want to show you, so this is tarta de queso estilo La Viña. So let me just move this window from here. If I select that, you can see right here on Google Translate, it's automatically asking me, hey, I want to translate this recipe from Spanish to English. So I just go into English and voila, I now have this recipe that was in Spanish into English. So as you can see, there's just so many options with the Cookidoo. It makes it so much simpler for those of us that didn't know how to cook, because I think, Taina, you would agree that after, probably after a year of having the Thermomix, you actually have learned to cook with the Thermomix, as I did. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Don't leave me and a pan alone. That's not a good idea. The oven wins.
The oven wins. So Roslaine, show us the end result, please.
Here say 6 portion, but I can invite all of you. Look the size.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's at least 8 or 10.
And I can smell the lime juice is so
okay, so
delicious.
Have you tasted it?
Yes.
And?
It's so good. It's really good. Is really
Roslaine,
good.
Roslaine, one question. Were the shrimp, were those cooked or raw?
No, it's cooked. I can show you.
No, I mean, sorry, when
no, it was raw. When I put was raw.
Raw
yes.
shrimp. Okay.
And look.
Yummy.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
And you also try it?
Yes.
It's really good.
And one of my favorite things to do with the Thermomix is salmon, because I'm a huge salmon fan. I could have it every day. And one of the things I love about it is it's steamed cooked, and it's cooked to perfection always, because it just leaves it slightly pink in the middle. And the rest of it is completely cooked out of it, which is the way salmon should be cooked. And Christina's saying she will make it. Yes. So let me just bring everyone on board. So we're going to be able, so if you would like to go ahead and unmute yourselves and ask questions, this would be the time to do it. I'm giving everyone the option to join in. And Carla, since you mentioned that this is the first time you've seen the Thermomix, I would love to hear your what you think about it. Let's see. Carla, are you there somewhere? Oh, I think we lost Carla.
I want to know about Adria. She's just starting using Thermomix. And I think that she really excited. No, Adria?
Adria?
Yes.
Hi, Adria.
Adria Rios.
Hi, Adria. Are you able to unmute?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Adria.
How are you?
We're good. We're good. So what did you think?
Wow. Listen, my English is bad. I'm Brazilian.
Ah, Brazilian.
Yes. I talk Spanish, but my English no good.
Okay, so maybe
I
Roslaine.
understand, but I don't talk very well.
Well, how about you let us know what you thought about the Thermomix, and Roslaine can do a quick
I
translation.
love it. I love it.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
And you know what? It's going to be even more amazing once you have it at home, once you actually receive it, because really there's no end to what you can do with Thermomix. I think all of us here, even our consultants that cook with it every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day, we're always learning something new. And the great thing of it is with the TN6, our updates, and in fact, we didn't talk about that. We just got new updates. So I hope all of you updated your Thermomix today, because we got the new updates with the egg mode and the pre-clean mode. The pre-clean mode, and now we can scroll all of the
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's very good. I prefer than the other way. I prefer to scroll like this than to turn the side. Yes.
Yeah, and I think the reason is because we now have 20 different pre-selected functions, if I'm not mistaken. I think we, so
18, yeah.
18, so almost 20, but 18. And I'm sure they're going to be adding more and improving on the ones that we've had. So with the egg mode, right from your screen, you can just automatically select if you want soft boil, hard boiled, all of that, which is amazing. One of my favorite functions.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions? So Christina was sharing that for the Spanish speakers, Cookidoo Spain does have access to the monthly magazine recipes. And then she mentioned the cost for them. So thank you, Christina. And she's going to make it, but she's going to add some scallops. Another variation. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. Well, thank you. It's 6:02. I want to thank Roslaine and Taina. Let me take a quick, I'd like to actually go ahead and where are you? Oh, we're good. Okay. So just a quick, if all of you that don't have the video, if you could put your video on, I would love to take a picture of all of our attendees. We had lost a couple of them along the way, but I'd love to take a picture with actual faces and not names. That would be great. Thank you, Sandra, Yamel, Christina. We have 2 Tainas. One is nameless and one is, we can see.
I have my computer and I have my iPad.
I know.
Yeah.
Natalia and Adria. Thank you, Adria. Yola, Natalia, and Cheryl. Let's see. Well, Talia Thomas. There we go.
Oh, the Margarita is there.
Yes, the Margarita.
Who's coming with? Is it Yola?
Yes.
Yay,
No.
Yola. Yay. That's the picture of us.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, ladies.
Great.
Cheers.
Ladies. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing. And please, everyone on the line, continue to share. Adria, continue to share. Come back every first Wednesday of the month. All right? Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Gracias.
Your beautiful daughter, Yola. She's just like you. Bye.
Bye.
She disappeared in the middle of the